The Blind Assassin. Margaret Atwood's The Blind Assassin is a masterpiece of modern literature, weaving together complex narratives of love, betrayal, and political intrigue. The novel tells the story of two sisters, Iris Chase and Laura Chase, and the events that lead up to Laura's untimely death. It is a multi-layered novel, with a story within a story that explores themes of memory, truth, and the power of storytelling. Atwood's writing style is both beautiful and haunting, and she explores a range of themes, from love and betrayal to the power of storytelling and the impact of historical events on personal lives. The novel opens with an elderly Iris Chase reflecting on her life and the events that shaped it. She reveals that her sister, Laura, died at the age of 25, leaving behind a novel that was published posthumously. The novel is called The Blind Assassin, and it tells the story of a young woman who has an affair with a man who tells her a fantastical story about a blind assassin. This story is woven throughout the novel, intermingling with the main narrative. The main narrative begins with Iris and Laura growing up in a wealthy family in Port Ticonderoga, Canada, during the 1930s. Their father owns a successful button factory, and their mother is an overbearing socialite who is more concerned with appearances than her children's well-being. Laura is the artistic and rebellious one, while Iris is more practical and reserved. The two sisters are close, but they are also competitive, especially when it comes to the attention of their father. As they grow older, the sisters become involved in political activism. Laura falls in love with a socialist named Alex Thomas, who is also a writer. Iris is engaged to a businessman named Richard Griffin, who is politically conservative. The sisters' different ideologies create a rift between them, but they remain close. Laura's relationship with Alex becomes increasingly complicated, and she eventually becomes pregnant. She decides to have an abortion, which leads to her death. The novel explores the aftermath of Laura's death and the impact it has on Iris and the other characters. Iris marries Richard and becomes the head of the button factory, while Alex becomes a famous writer. The Blind Assassin, Laura's novel, becomes a sensation, but its true meaning is shrouded in mystery. The novel within novel is a fantastical tale about a blind assassin who falls in love with a young woman who he is supposed to kill. The story is both haunting and beautiful, and it adds a layer of complexity to the main narrative. The novel's protagonist, Iris Chase, is a complex and nuanced character who undergoes significant development throughout the novel. As the novel progresses, Iris reflects on her past and comes to understand how her actions and those of others have impacted her life. She begins to question her own beliefs and assumptions, and as a result, she becomes a more empathetic and compassionate person. The other characters in the novel are equally complex and fully realized. Laura Chase, Iris's younger sister, is a rebellious and artistic spirit who is unafraid to challenge societal norms. Alex Thomas, Laura's lover, is a passionate socialist who believes in the power of literature to effect social change. Richard Griffin, Iris's husband, is a conservative businessman who values stability and tradition above all else. These characters are not caricatures or stereotypes but rather fully fleshed out individuals with their hopes, fears, and motivations. Atwood also pays close attention to the role of women in society, both in the past and present. Iris and Laura are both strong and independent women who struggle against the limitations placed on them by society. The novel is filled with vivid descriptions of the natural world, as well as fantastical elements that add to its dreamlike quality. The Blind Assassin, the novel within the novel, is a testament to the power of storytelling, and it adds a layer of complexity to the narrative. The novel is written in a non-linear fashion, with multiple narrative threads woven together. Atwood uses this approach to great effect, creating a sense of mystery and suspense that keeps the reader engaged throughout the novel. The novel is divided into multiple sections, each of which explores a different aspect of the story. The interplay between these different narratives adds depth and complexity to the novel, inviting the reader to engage with the story on multiple levels. The novel within novel, The Blind Assassin, adds a layer of complexity, blurring the lines between reality and fantasy and challenging the reader's assumptions about truth and fiction. At the same time, her writing is infused with a sense of melancholy and foreboding, underscoring the novel's darker themes. Love and betrayal are also prominent themes in the novel. The relationships between the characters are complex and fraught with tension, and their actions are often motivated by love and desire. Atwood's use of metaphor and symbolism in The Blind Assassin is particularly noteworthy. The novel is filled with richly evocative imagery that serves to deepen the emotional impact of the story. For example, the image of the blind assassin is used to represent the idea of someone who is both powerful and vulnerable, highlighting the complex nature of the novel's characters. Similarly, the use of the color red throughout the novel serves as a symbol of passion, danger, and violence. This is particularly evident in the scene where Iris wears a red dress to her sister's funeral, a moment that underscores the intense emotions and conflicts at the heart of the novel. At the heart of the novel is the idea of the power of storytelling. Atwood uses the novel within the novel, The Blind Assassin, to explore how stories can be both a source of comfort and a means of escape, but they can also be used to manipulate and control. The novel highlights the role that storytelling plays in shaping our understanding of the world around us, and the impact that stories can have on our personal lives. The novel's target audience is likely to be readers who appreciate literary fiction that explores complex themes and ideas. Atwood's writing is not easily classified, and the novel is likely to appeal to readers who are looking for a challenging and thought-provoking read. The novel's intricate metaphors and symbols, non-linear narrative structure, and exploration of complex themes make it a literary masterpiece that is sure to leave a lasting impression on readers. One of the most significant awards that The Blind Assassin has received is the Man Booker Prize, which is considered one of the most prestigious literary awards in the world. Atwood won the prize in 2000, making her the first Canadian author to receive this honor since its inception in 1969. The novel was also shortlisted for the Orange Prize for Fiction, which is awarded to the best novel written by a woman. Apart from these awards, The Blind Assassin has also been recognized by various literary organizations and publications. It was included in the list of 1001 Books You Must Read Before You Die by Peter Boxall, a British literary critic. The novel was also selected by the New York Times as one of the 10 best books of the year in 2000. Overall, The Blind Assassin is a literary masterpiece that explores complex themes and ideas with nuance and depth. Atwood's attention to character development and historical and cultural context makes the novel a deeply moving and thought-provoking read. Atwood's writing is stunning, and she masterfully weaves together the different narratives in the novel. The Blind Assassin is an emotionally resonant novel that explores the power of storytelling and the nature of truth. The novel is a must-read for anyone who appreciates literary fiction and wants to be transported to another world. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.